everyone, this is Dave from Geekanoids and this is my unboxing and product tour of the Sony Alpha SLT-A55V. This new camera from Sony promises to push the boundaries of SLR photography, offering up its new translucent mirror technology, 16.7 megapixel sensor, 10 frames per second photos to capture fast action and full HD video capabilities. Now in this video I want to show you what you get inside the box and give you a quick tour of the product as well. So let's get this packaging open. So here we go, this is the top section of the box, and from top to bottom we get some information about the lens that's included in this kit, because this is the kit that not only contains the camera but also contains an 18 to 55mm zoom lens. We also get some European guarantee information, and we get some reminder sheet from Sony to register the product, a lenses and accessories catalogue, and then, wow, this bit looks daunting, 3 product manuals, but don't worry, these are just in all different languages. I'm English, I'm in the UK, so I'm going to be just concentrating on this slightly thinner manual, preparing the camera, before using the camera, shooting images, using the shooting function, using the viewing function, changing your setup, viewing images on your computer, printing and others. So a nice comprehensive printed manual all about the Sony Alpha A55. And last but not least, in this top section of the box we have got a CD, and this is the application software for the Alpha cameras. It is for Windows and Mac. We get image data converter, and we also get Lightbox SR, and for Windows we also get PMB for Windows and product registration information. I think the PMB part for Windows is possibly the software that utilises or places the flags on the map with the built-in GPS, but I'll explore that later on in my full review. So let's pop all of that wad of information away and let's dig down further into the main portion of the box. So here we go, this is the main section of the box, and I think I'm just going to grab everything out and then show you up a little bit closer. It's obviously the lens, then we've got this section here with a USB cable in. We've also got a power cable, strap, battery. Underneath this little flap here in this section of the box we have got the battery charger. Again, we'll have a closer look at this in a minute. And then this section, this left hand section, contains the camera itself, nicely packed in bubble wrap. So let's remove that and let's get this box out of the way and we'll show you all of the contents up in a little more detail. So now we're back to my familiar top down view for my videos, and let's run through what you get inside that box. Now the first thing just to point out is that I ordered this from a European company, so although it's a European model, everything else remains the same except for this power adapter. It's a figure 8 connector on this end which goes into the battery charger, and a 2-pin plug here, so I need an adapter to adapt that to a 3-pin UK plug, or I can just throw this cable away and use another figure 8 cable, or I could chop this plug off and wire in a UK plug. So that's simple enough to do, and that cable actually plugs into the included battery charger. Here's the Sony battery charger here. If I just turn this over and read on the back, it is a multi-voltage 100 volt to 240 volt battery charger, and you've got that figure 8 connector there, so I can put a new cable in there and charge my battery. Then we've got the battery itself. Let's open this. So the battery that the Sony Alpha A55 uses is this one here. It's model number NPFW50. It's a 7.7 watt hour 1080 milliamp battery, and after that 1080 milliamp it says 7.3 watts per hour, so slightly conflicting information on the battery, but the model number, if you're wanting to buy a spare one, is an NPFW50. Also in the box we've got this USB cable, mini USB on one end, standard USB to go into your computer on the other, so nice that they include that. We've also got a Sony strap, so this is to go onto the camera itself, and it's obviously Sony branded on the strap. One of the better straps I've seen included with a camera, so nice that they include that. And here is the kit lens. So I ordered this camera with the 18 to 55mm kit lens. Here it is here, f3.5 to f5.6. Lens cap on the front, body cap on the back of the lens, autofocus and manual focus control on that side switch. Nice looking lens, and I don't often rate the kit lenses, but when I'm buying something like this, there's normally such a small extra cost to get a kit lens with the camera that I thought that was a good option. And then onto the camera itself. This is the bit we've all been waiting for. Let's pop this bubble wrap to one side. And open up the plastic packaging to the Sony Alpha A55. Let's just remove these little bits of tape. This is just stuck on. This gives away one of the features that I'm going to talk about in a minute. 10 frames per second shooting. Wow, that's one fast camera, and I'm really looking forward to testing that out. Let's just clip this off the camera, and this gives some other details. Quick AF live view, quick AF movie, 16.2 megapixels, steady shot, 3D world. Wow, some great features listed on there. Also lists full HD movie on the top of the camera. So let's have a very quick look at this camera. Now the Sony A55, you get an awful lot for your money. First off, you get this 3-inch screen. It's a high resolution screen, 921,000 pixels, and it also tilts and rotates. If I just pop that out, you can see that it tilts down. It also rotates as well in this direction, so that you can angle it to take low level shots. It even folds back onto the body when not in use, so that's really nice. Now 16.2 megapixel photos this is capable of on the 16.7 megapixel sensor, and full HD video, so really high quality video. As well as that 3-inch screen, you also get this high resolution EVF, which is electronic viewfinder. So rather than an optical one, there's a little tiny screen inside here. 100% field of view, so that's really good. Let's walk around this side. We've got an autofocus, manual focus switch on the side here. We've got a little cover here where we can pop in a flash remote, or a remote control, sorry, for the camera, not a flash remote. Ignore that comment. We've also got another little cover here for a microphone, so we've got a 3.5mm input jack there. The covers feel a little bit plasticky, but it's not too bad. We've got another cover here, and this reveals the USB socket for that cable I showed you earlier, as well as an HDMI socket. And a little tip here, GPS, absolutely fantastic. So you get a GPS built in, and this will track where you take your photos, and it allows you to pinpoint them on a map once you load them into your computer. Really nice mode dial on the top here. Proprietary hot shoe, so you can't put any flash on here, you've got to buy a Sony dedicated flash. Round here we've got some controls for the camera, direct movie mode button, D-range button, finder LCD, some AV controls, and on the back we've got function and a rocker switch, an AF button which also doubles as an OK button, playback for playing back your footage, and the trash can for deleting. And round onto this front section we've got the on-off rocker switch, a little scrolly dial wheel here for going through various settings. The grip is quite deep. Now I've got medium sized hands and it's quite a tight fit to get my hand in there, but it's not too bad. I think if you had large hands you might struggle a bit, but it's got some nice depth to it on that. Note that my little finger comes off the end of the grip. Round onto the bottom, tripod mount, a little door here. So we're going to open this up. This is where you pop your battery and also the memory card. Takes memory stick, Duo and SD cards, including the new high capacity SDXC cards as well. Closes nicely as well. I suppose one of the disadvantages of having this on the bottom is if you're on a large tripod mount, you would have to remove it from the tripod to gain access to this, but most plates would probably fit in this area here, so it's not too bad. And that is a complete tour of the camera really. This looks like a really nice camera. I'm not going to mount the lens now because, as I say, this is just an unboxing and product tour. I just want to point out to you, you get a whole host of Sony whiz-bang features in here as well. Things like auto HDR, sweep panorama mode, twilight noise reduction, 15-point phase detection autofocus, absolutely fantastic. And with that phase detection autofocus, whilst you're shooting video, it will continue to focus. So that is a really good feature. I can't wait to get outside and start testing the A55, so please do check back on the channel in about a week or so's time and I'll be bringing you a full review of the Sony Alpha A55. Thanks very much for watching. Until next time, have a great day. This video is sponsored by mymemory.com. For great prices, fast delivery and reliable customer support, visit mymemory.com.